innovation using our previous experiment. And the experiment that we're gonna make is a blinking Christmas light with counter. But before all of that, since this video will probably my last, I want to say thank you to all of my classmates, especially to my professor, Miss Jane Concepcion. So, ano mo bang hinihintay natin? Let's go!
And here we have some introduction. The simple innovation experiment is a blinking Christmas lights with up counter. This experiment used a decade counter with 5-5 timer, some logic gates, and a SR flip-flop. A counter is a device which stores and sometimes displays the number of times a particular event or process has occurred, often in relationship to a clock. The 74LS192 is an up-down counter, but we use the up counter for the circuit. The 74LS47 IC, which is in the circuit, features active low output designed for driving common anode LEDs or the 7-segment display. A BCD to 7-segment decoder is a combinational logic circuit that accepts a decimal digit in BCD input and generates appropriate outputs for the segments to display the input decimal digit. And here we have the list of the materials that we're gonna need in the circuit. And here we have our schematic. We have here the voltage source or the power supply. We can use 5 to 9 volts. We have here the clock pulse will be the 5-5 timer that is connected to the 74LS192 as the counter. And it is connected to 74LS47 as the decoder for the 7-segment display. And here we have the Q1, Q2, Q4, and Q8 in the 74LS192 is connected to the D1, D2, D4, and D8 to the 74LS47. This will be our input for the NAND gates or the universal NAND gates as our equivalent for XOR gate that is connected to our SR flip-flop that will light the 4 LEDs as the output or the Christmas lights. And the operation of this schematic is that the LEDs or the 4 LEDs will turn off every 3, 6, and 9 seconds and will remain on in 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Now here we have our circuit. We have here the decade counter. Here we have the 5-5 timer, the 74LS192, the 74LS47, and here we have 7 470 ohms resistor for the 7-segment display. Here we have the switch for the counting, and here we have our logic gates. We have here the 74LS00 and another 74LS00 and our 74LS08, and lastly the 74LS02. We have here the 4 LEDs as our output. Here we have the ground, another ground which is our negative polarities, and here we have the positive polarities and another positive polarities, and here we have our VCC and the ground here.
Hi guys! Now let us test our circuit. Here we have our 4 LEDs as our Christmas lights with up counter. And here we have our 7-segment display. Now let us turn our power supply on for the 9 volts VCC. Here we have the 4 LEDs are turned on, but the counting is still not working since the switch for the counting is turned off. So we have to turn it on. Now observe the counting. And here we have our truth table. As you can see, I made the operation of the circuit where the 4 LEDs will only turn off every 3, 6, and 9 seconds. And that's it for our experimental video, guys. I hope that you learned something from my simple innovation, and I hope that you understand its operation. Again, guys, I'm Marisa Inamara, and I hope that you learned something from this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye-bye!